there, welcome to GemiiToys. Here we are once again with another collection tour update, the final one of 2022. As I'm very happy with everything, how it looks, and content, quite frankly. But first, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future content coming up on the channel. There's plenty of that coming up, usual tours of Toy Sapiens and other stuff I have planned for you guys, just not more collection tours. As I said, very happy with everything. We're taking a close look again at every piece. Real nice close look, as you can see here. Darth Vader, Darkside Anakin, same character. Really love this piece, and I'm really looking forward to the Obi-Wan series coming up in May. It's going to be quite awesome to see Anakin again as Darth Vader, or I should say Hayden Christensen. R2-D2, just took a look at him there. And got Marvel next to Star Wars on the top shelf. So of course Marvel could not be with the best villain they've put out so far, which is Thanos. Really like this piece. So my two favorite villains, pretty much, Darth Vader and Star Wars. Darth Vader and Thanos, I should say. And here we have Doctor Strange. Really looking forward to the Doctor Strange movie also coming up. It's exciting. And here we have old school Tobey Maguire. Hopefully Hot Toys does make their announcement soon of the new upgraded, as this one is definitely showing its age, but I still love the piece. That's why he's a centerpiece there. So Star Wars and Marvel, as mentioned, on each side. So here we have some more Star Wars, starting with little baby Yoda Grogu, looking cute as always. Here we have Mando, customize to look season 2, with the thigh plate and knee guard. Looking real nice, really happy with how he looks. And of course, season 2 Mando shelf with Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, looking real nice, and catching the light to light up the lightsaber and lighting up his face, kind of giving that effect. Really like how that looks. And then of course season 2 Mandalorian needs to have Boba Fett. Love that scene. I just did the review on this guy, and I did a comparison, and I did a pose video. Check those out. I'll link them up so you guys can check that. Yeah, really like, look at all the nicks and damage, and yeah, the weathering. Quite an amazing piece. Love how these three guys look together. So that's my Mando Season 2 shelf, I like to call it. So, as mentioned, Star Wars on one side, Marvel on the other. So I got those light boxes, I think you call them. And of course, gotta have Captain America. Endgame Captain America. Looking real nice as well. Look at those blue eyes. And then on the other side, this is Infinity War Thor with the Endgame Stormbreaker, as I didn't like the one that came with the figure. And I really like this head sculpt, so I managed to get a head sculpt. And he's looking very Endgame, so it's Endgame Thor, the thin version. So yeah, really like how this looks as well. And then of course, this is not the battle damaged, but he's posed as such, and I just like it. I like this clean look. I'm not sure I'm gonna get the battle damage, to be quite frank. If I find it for a decent price, as I love this head sculpt, but I know that one is even better in many ways. But I really like this clean look, and the other guy, the two guys with him are clean, so it just doesn't make a lot of sense that he's the only battle damaged one. So all three clean and representing the Endgame shelf. So moving on to DC here. This is the DC kind of packed, and yeah, we're gonna, this is usually how I look at these guys from here. They're all kind of, you know, Flash and Wonder Woman kind of looking up so I can look at them. And then I sit, this is kind of where I sit, and they're all looking at me. Kind of like them making eye contact. I don't know, it's kind of weird, yeah. So here we have a Joker 2.0. I know the new one from Queen Studios is coming, but I'm happy with what I have. It's 2.0 Joker, and then got the two Batmans, my two favorite Batmans, Michael Keaton, of course, Christian Bale, Dark Knight, and then this 1989 Jack Nicholson Joker, which is quite awesome. Love how this looks, these four guys together. And then Batman Returns, I felt I needed to represent him somehow, and the French Bulldog, that's the pet of the Joker, of the Jokers maybe. Always thought Joker has a pet, maybe French Bulldog dressed as Batman. And then here we have the Justice League, starting with Wonder Woman. Really like how this Justice League Wonder Woman looks. I know it's not the best sculpt, but then we have Aquaman. This is the single, I want to say the solo Aquaman movie sculpt. It's been replaced, does have the golden eyes. And then this Henry Cavill sculpt is a third-party sculpt. It's been customized. And here we have the Nightmare version of the Batflick. Love how this guy looks. And then the Flash. Love how all these guys look together. I know Cyborg is missing, and I don't know how long it's gonna take Hot Toys to release Cyborg. Hopefully not too long, so the league is complete. So moving on here, we have a little variety of the 80s, 90s, starting with the Godfather. This guy is looking good. Present Toys did send me a little defective figure, but I did fix that in the eye. I had to paint a little bit there. And then we have, talking about the 80s, Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. To me, that's the most iconic role he played. And then some more 80s action. Michael J. Fox playing Marty McFly, Back to the Future. So some nice variety there. And then if you hear a dog in the background, it's this guy. No, it's my dog. Then we got the Sports Almanac. I did copy that from the Back to the Future Part 2 version, as I've always liked the Almanac. Big representation of Back to the Future, I think. And Einstein is mentioned there. You could probably hear him in the background. So some more 80s. Boy, I got to see when I was a child, I got to see the Bad Tour, and that was really good. It was quite amazing, of Michael Jackson. And we got Schwarzenegger, Terminator 2. The 90s, that was amazing to see. And here we have his, the one arm, I took that off, put it on the base. And late 90s, The Matrix, quite amazing. So this is kind of like a sci-fi / Michael Jackson shelf. Yeah, pretty much 80s and 90s, these two shelves. And this is, again, this is usually where I sit, and they're all kind of looking. No, those guys are really not, but you know, this is kind of how, yeah, that's how I have them looking. And you can see here from this kind of, they're all kind of staring at me. Well, believe me, when I sit down, they're all kind of, I know, looking at me, including this gremlin. Got him next to Medusa's head. This gremlin by Neca. Love the gremlin. Spike. And we have Perseus, the demigod. Really like how this guy looks. Older figure by Hot Toys, but still, that head sculpt looks pretty good. And then we have Predator. This is the classic Predator, looking quite good. And then we have Jack Sparrow. This is the second DX that Hot Toys released. I want to consider updated, although the first one was pretty good. Of the final movie he did is Jack Sparrow, kind of being a total klutz, but nonetheless. And Aragorn, son of Arathorn, I think. Arathorn? I can't remember. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so kind of medieval-ish, I want to say. And the Gremlin, then I don't. Predator is not medieval-ish, but kind of those mix well to me. To me, it makes sense, and that's really all that really matters, right? It's my shelf. But here we continuing with the snakes, starting with Naked Snake, Big Boss. This is the video game shelf, so of course. And here we have Assassin's Creed, Ezio, presenting Assassin's Creed 2, that is. Really like this piece as well. Really enjoyed that game also. And then of course Resident Evil, in Japan Biohazard, and this is Jill Valentine. Older figures, but still, yeah, they look alright. Still like how they look. So, and Metal Gear Solid 4. This is my favorite Metal Gear and favorite Snake, Solid Snake, and I really like this old grumpy version of him. And he's been customized. The face didn't look like that, it was much more plain, and it's made by Medicom. So yeah, we got Metal Gear Solid 3, or Assassin's Creed 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Biohazard 5, and Metal Gear Solid 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, that's pretty much the Hot Toys slash a little NECA and a little Asmus toys like the Lord of the Rings Aragorn and present toys, but mostly Hot Toys. And then moving on here a little bit, we got this is fully customized, a Hot Toys body with just one of those standard head sculpts, and I paint them to make them Combustion, a movie I made a long time ago, and this was the main character, my creation. And here we have the DeLorean. This is made by Sunstar, and it's die-cast, as well as this one. I'm not sure what company made that one, but it's a 350Z. I used to have when I lived in Los Angeles, 350Z. I loved it, and it's great memories. And here we have the box out magnets of Marvel and DC on the mini fridge here. Continuing, we have some video games action, Neo Geo, Nintendo mainly, from the good old days. And then in the closet, let's take a look. We have the dungeon with all the clothes dangling down. We have, of course, we had Fulgore there, Killer Instinct, great memories. He-Man from Masters of the Universe. And then we have the two lizards, Tongue Lasher and Whiplash, Stinkor. And then recently I picked up this Optimus Prime. This is the Goodbye Comboy kind of rare version. I just managed to find him at a recycle shop. It doesn't have his fists, but I'm gonna get those. And I'm actually gonna get a boxed one. I'm really getting into Transformers lately, so expect some Transformer content coming up. And yeah, I had a G.I. Joe there and Darth Maul. Great memories from when I was a kid, mostly there. It's the memories closet. Nostalgic. And speaking of, here we have the Batmobile of 1989. Do still love the piece, even though it's a dust magnet. I have to dust it off pretty much every day, but it's all love. It's all love. Gets me to interact with it. And we have Dragon Ball, the whole collection there you saw of comics. Still love that. And yeah, so your empire needs you. So subscribe to the channel. Anyways, continuing here, we have Kabuto. Here, my students in Japan were kind enough to give me this great piece. Love that. Ryo Kabuto from Japan. And speaking of Japan, we have the Ninja Turtles. I don't know if that, speaking of Japan, yeah, the guy who played Shredder, he was Japanese American, so Ninja is usually associated always with Japan, so of course. But wasn't necessarily created here. I don't know what they would think. And speaking of Japan, we got the Neo Geo Japanese collection. I'm sure you can see that in the background. A collection of Neo Geo games. Iron Man. So that's GemiiToys. So yeah, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo looking all nice and cool. And then some of you guys have asked me, where do I store my boxes? Well, you know, I have kind of a divider here, and if you take that, remove that, I want to say, this is kind of how it looks, and there's many more in the back there. It's quite crazy how much. You guys, just to give you guys an idea of my mountain of boxes. Here we have Commander Cobra, or Cobra Commander. He's looking cool there in his ship. And then the trailer of Transformers Optimus Prime, the one you saw before. Goodbye, Comboy. So that's going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this final update of 2022. There should be some more coming in the future, but I'm really happy with how this all looks. So with that said, subscribe, like, and comment. Enjoy the path of collecting, and I'll catch you guys next time.